Pink eye. We've all seen it, or heard of it, or had it ourselves. You know, you've got that one eye you leave closed for too long and it gets all crusty and stays stuck? Like when you go to sleep and you got that one eye when you wake up that just won't open, which is pretty much me every morning. But my eyes ain't all red, nor do they have discharge coming out of them like pink eye does. So I may go to work with one New Balance on one foot and one dress shoe on the other. I don't have pink eye. I'm just getting ahead of the trends. What you don't want to get ahead of is a head with one or two eyeballs all reddened with goop dripping out of them. Pink eye is what we call conjunctivitis. Itis meaning inflammation, and conjunctiva is that thin membrane that's on the inside of your eyelids and on the whites of your eyeballs. That gets inflamed. Conjunctivitis. That's how they word it, okay? Inflammation of that membrane. Are you following me now? Good. Now that membrane can get inflamed for many reasons, but when we're talking about pink eye, we're usually referring to the viral or bacterial forms of conjunctivitis. But that's not always the case. The word conjunctivitis also covers anything that ticks off that membrane in your eye. And that can be allergies to a dog or cat or pollen or mold or any sort of allergen your eyes ain't buddies with. Or say you got an eyelash caught in there and that membrane gets all inflamed, right? That's technically conjunctivitis. But let's stick to the ones that we're concerned about, the highly contagious viral and bacterial pink eye. Now they're probably gonna have a lot of similarities, but we'll start with viral because it's the most common. So how are you or your kid getting pink eye? Easy. Someone with pink eye touches their pink eye, they put their pink eye on a doorknob or a computer mouse. You open up the pink eye doorknob or use the pink eyed computer mouse, picking up their pink eye and touching your eye, making it pink. Doesn't stop there though. Someone with pink eye, if they use a washcloth, towel, eye mask, pillowcase, if whoever had that first had pink eye, you could look forward to up to 3 weeks of dealing with this reddened peeper that's got mucus or water draining out of it and feels like you got a piece of broken glass up in there or something. No bueno. But the good news is the worst of it is around 3 to 5 days, and then the symptoms usually start to taper off. So to ease your discomfort, you can pick up some OTC or over the counter. I just say OT. We all say OTC. It's just, I don't know. It's a little more gangster. OTC? Nothing. Anyway, without a prescription, you can go and get these eye drops that have these decongestants and antihistamines there to help with the annoyance of this little bugger. It should say somewhere on the box to only pop it in the pink one. So what's the cure for viral pink eye? Simple. Antibiotics. Almost had ya. Viral conjunctivitis, as the name implies, is caused by a virus, which again, antibiotics cannot and will not treat. They refuse to, dagnammit. Save those antibiotics for bacterial conjunctivitis, which is also super contagious and goes around like crazy to your family and your friends, or your worst enemy you happen to see at the supermarket and want to shake hands with that day. The discharge from bacterial pink eye is probably gonna look a little more infection-y, you know, thicker, yellowish, greenish drainage that just doesn't stop coming, okay? So let's get on top of this. So what's the treatment for bacterial pink eye? You got it, antibiotics, okay? We're 50-50, okay? We'll be sitting for the MCATs in no time. Now they'll also give you some drops for discomfort, or you can use like a cool or warm compress, you know, whichever feels better on your eye. Also antibiotic drops or ointment that you put in your eye for roughly about a week. You put a strip right under your lower eyelid, okay? Right around the eyeball. Now if it's not a line curved exactly with the eyeball, don't break out the protractor, okay? You'll do more damage than good, I promise. Usually blinking will get it around enough to be effective. But if it ain't getting better after a day or two, you might want to go see the doctor, maybe an ophthalmologist, but consult with your primary care provider. Special note for people with contact lenses, you should probably do that anyway to rule out any other serious condition that can occur beyond conjunctivitis, like a deeper infection in the eye. Now, if you've ever had pink eye like myself, it's a pain. So the name of the game is prevention. And how do we do that? It's all on you, boo-boo, okay? You can't expect a 4-year-old to be practicing proper hand hygiene when half the adults think that 2 seconds of a water spritzer and a paper towel does the trick. It don't, it won't. You need to practice good hand hygiene in your everyday life, alright? And that means washing your hands frequently and using a paper towel to shut off the faucet and open up the bathroom door, because you can't rely on the rest of the world to keep it germ-free. Capiche? Now, if you got pink eye, you can help out by 1, not touching your eye, 2, washing your hands thoroughly immediately after you do and continuously throughout the day, and 3, staying the pluck away from everyone else for a while. So now you're like, yo, Steph, I got pink eye, but I gotta go to work, and my kids gotta go to school. What do I do? I don't know what that was. Leave that out, that whole bit out. Just leave it. Tell Laura to take it out. That's crazy. What you should probably do is call up and talk to them about their policy about returning to work or school. Some places just don't want you to have anything discharging from the eye. Some just want to know that you've had 1 or 2 days worth of the ABX. ABX? No, nothing. Antibiotics. Antibiotics is what I was getting at. In my experience, usually once you stop dripping from your eyeballs, places will dismiss you from quarantine and you can drop your little ones off and go back to your second home I know you miss so dearly. That's it for me right now. I'm dealing with a little laryngitis, which we'll talk about in an upcoming segment, so stick around with me. I'm here for you. You down with OTC? Yeah, you know me. You down with OTC? Nope, not gonna do it. Scrap it. Scrap the whole thing. Okay, tell Laura to take it out. I don't see it before it goes out, please. Tell her to take it out. Good, baby.